Send it over to Tony in any event with your first alert forecast. Tony?
I feel like I made a lot of folks a lot of money.
Yeah. A lot of people with a lot of time on their hands and a lot of extra money on their hands if they're betting on snow.
Yeah, but they were right. I mean, everything worked out according to plan. By the way, maybe another opportunity, not promoting gambling here, but there's another snow chance over the weekend. More on that in a moment. First, let's check in with the weather watchers. Plenty of cold to talk about, and it sounds like this cold is starting to get long in the tooth here. It's tough, right? I mean, you got single digits to the north, teens in and around town. I want to check in with a comment from Dana, who's in Cedar Grove, New Jersey. She's got 12 degrees. Wind doesn't help, and leaving the house with all the accessories says feels like it's become an Olympic event. And she's right. I mean, there's so much to consider here. I mean, there's a change how you get into work, how you get into school. Are you waiting with the kids at the bus stop? So much more. How are you keeping the pets warm? Meanwhile, Tony up in Yulon had a little additional snow yesterday, another 1.5 inches. So slick spots out there. And by the way, we still have this lake effect activity. So we're not completely ruling out some flakes that could fly in our area today, but the chances are low. All right, so nationally, we know we're not alone here with this cold air. Basically, the entire eastern half of the country is feeling it. Deep purples there. These are wind chills. St. Louis, 6 degrees, feels like 15 in Nashville, down to Florida. I mean, Orlando, Tampa, down to South Florida. They've got bitter cold wind chills, but we're really concerned about folks here kind of in the Mid-South because a lot of these folks lost power with the last ice storm, and now they're having to go with another stretch of this Arctic air. So, I mean, it just kind of puts into perspective how expansive this weather story is. All right, your hour-by-hour forecast today. We're locked in the cold, as you know. It's teens, it's 20s. Of course, you're dressing for single digits or teens. There's the snow chance that could accumulate again today. Not widespread, not high impact, but, don't want you caught off guard. But this might be of more interest to you as you've potentially heard about a storm that's going to be brewing and then developing offshore over the weekend. A lot of differences with this. This is not a storm that kind of cuts across the country. This one comes out of the Gulf, moves in off the mid-Atlantic Saturday afternoon, and that's when kind of the forecast gets a little fuzzy with the forecast track becoming the determinant factor on the impacts we see. There's a solution that takes it closer to our coast, which means bigger impacts. And then there's another solution that takes it offshore. So here's how this plays out for snow accumulations long range. So the GFS, for instance, shows snow accumulations. And this number, by the way, is backed off. I mean, bigger impacts along the coast, less the further north and east you go. Meanwhile, the European shows, the storm is way too far offshore to mean big snow in our area. So details we'll still have to fine-tune. At this point, we're not calling for a big storm, but we are watching it for a potential first alert depending on how this all plays out. So we encourage you and invite you to stay tuned as we'll get better ideas on how this plays out here in the coming days. Bottom line is you still got to dress warm. That cold air is going nowhere. We're looking forward to those 30s, by the way, by early next week.